Into the Euro 2024 debate, then magic moments of Euro 2024. Looking back at the tournament so far, just ahead of the quarterfinals as we speak right now. And there have been some fantastic moments in this Euro so far. I think we've all enjoyed it. But anything stand out for you, Paul? What's the iconic image in your head when you think back?
The obvious one from a goalkeeper's point of view is Gunok's save last night, as we speak now, for Turkey to put them through to the quarterfinal. And I just think from a goalkeeper's point of view, the save, the work that goes into it on a daily basis to make a save like that is as good as a penalty save. It's as good as a winning goal. I mean, there's people today comparing it to Gordon Banks, just the timing of it, the agility that he showed, and the time in the game. It was just everything about it. And the celebrations that ensued afterwards, you can just see what it meant to Turkey as a nation, the huge following that the Turks have got in Germany. And it just, it was an incredible moment for a goalkeeper, because you don't often have them. Unless it's a penalty shootout, there's not many times in a game where you will make a save that good at that stage of a game that means so much to your own team, to your nation. And to be able to pull off a save of that quality at that stage for a goalkeeper, that's a last-minute goal. It was an incredible moment for him and for Turkey.
We're seeing it more and more, Paul, aren't we? With defenders as well. Big tackle, big save. They're celebrating as if they've scored a goal. We kind of haven't seen that before, really. It's only a recent phenomenon, isn't it?
Somewhat worrying, a tempting fate, though, isn't it? I think at 95 minutes you're probably able to do it. But I mean, I saw Dragusin do it in the Romania game with Holland quite early on in the game. Him and his centre half partner Banku were celebrating tackles, and for me, it's just a little bit early for defenders and goalkeepers. Celebration is like that 95th minute or when the referee's blown the whistle. But yeah, it's good to see, because listen, they're sometimes the unsung heroes and they don't often get the opportunity to celebrate. And by the time you get to the other end of the pitch as a centre half, the celebration's finished 9 times out of 10. So why not have your own little party?
One man that didn't like to see defenders celebrating, I would imagine, Neil Mellor. Iconic moment then of Euro 2024. Where are you going to take us?
Right, here's a few categories I've got for you. To add to the saves, I had Donnarumma's against Albania, that last-minute, last-gasp save to make sure that Italy won it. I thought that was a massive save in the tournament as well, to go along with the Turkey one. Some of the games I've really enjoyed watching. The host beat Scotland 5-1. That was a great game to watch. Spain, Croatia, I thought that was a cracker, 3-0 to Spain. Holland 2, Austria 3. What a game that was. Also, Austria 1, Turkey 2. That was another great game. So these are the games that have stood out. VAR shambles. The disallowed goal for Belgium. I will never accept that. That should have been disallowed. The Scotland penalty. How's that not being given? Absolutely no chance that's a pen. So VAR's had a nightmare on a few occasions. Some of the goals, the Italian equaliser against Croatia, 98th minute. That was a big moment. Denmark's worldie against England. Gullers for Turkey against Georgia. That was an absolutely mega one. And also the fan celebrations, seeing Georgia qualifying the group, that was a massive moment in the tournament for me. Seeing those celebrations, the celebrations from Turkey, unfancied countries, and the fans enjoying those big moments. But nothing so far has beaten Bellingham's overhead kick. Nothing has beaten that moment for me as an English person to enjoy that moment when it looked out. We were out, we were ready to have a go at Southgate, the team, the players, saying that rubbish, not acceptable. And then he produces that moment, a world-class moment to keep England in the tournament. Who knows, we may get knocked out in the quarters against Switzerland, but that Bellingham moment felt like one of the best moments I've enjoyed watching England for many tournaments.
About 30 seconds before that Bellingham goal went in, Neil, I tweeted, Southgate out. It's an absolute disgrace. Worse than Iceland, blah, 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 blah. They scored, and then I kind of retweeted it and said, I think I'm going to take credit for that goal. I kind of forced that in. Anyway, I messaged you earlier, both of you, and said we're going to look at iconic moments. And Neil's basically just run us through the entire tournament there, Paul. Anything else from you?
Listen, you can't top that Bellingham moment. That's, from an English fan's point of view, that's an incredible moment. Everything that Neil's run through there, the games. And I've really enjoyed watching the fans as well. I think obviously there's been a problem with the trains and the transport in Germany. If you read the press reports, the infrastructure has been an issue. But the way that the fans have supported every single nation that's been at this tournament has been incredibly well supported. And as I said to you, I did the commentary of the Holland-Romania game. The orange walk, the orange march, whatever they call it, to the stadium. It's something to behold. And if you've not seen that before,
they kind of go boing,
on
boing,
YouTube.
boing, 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 like that, don't they?
It's incredible. Yes, if you've never seen the Dutch fans make their way to the stadium in the Orange March or whatever it is that they call it, that's definitely an iconic moment, especially last night against Romania. So in their semi-final on Saturday, it will certainly be a sight to behold. I think the fans have played a huge part in this tournament. There's been negative stuff about obviously the throwing of cups and things onto the pitch, which needs to be dealt with. The fans and youngsters coming on the pitch for selfies, etc. That kind of stuff needs to be dealt with. But I think as a whole, I think the tournament's been excellent.
I've got to be honest, but when I look back at this tournament, probably one of the things in the images in my head will be Ronaldo's tears, Neil. Because it's not a happy moment, somebody crying on the pitch, but to see a player after missing a penalty to burst into tears like he did is quite memorable, isn't it?
Yeah, it's unusual. It shows he cares. He's been one of the best players in world football for many, many years. Maybe it's that realisation that this is his last major tournament for his country, and he'd love to win it. Of course, he'd love to win it. But yeah, he has been a great player. But yeah, we won't forget those tears, will we?
We won't forget those tears. Sorry, James. Sorry to interrupt you. If those tears are for Portugal and for his team and for his squad, we'll never know. We'll never know this information. Were those tears about Cristiano Ronaldo, or were those tears about Portugal potentially being eliminated because he missed the penalty? That is yet to. We'll never find out. There's an argument. You don't take the human element out of it. I think you've got to understand the way that he felt. But actually, there's another argument of you've got another however long to play left in the game. You've got extra time to play, and you've got the opportunity to take another penalty. And you've got players that are 10, 15 years younger than him, consoling him. There's a shout there to be a role model as a captain, to take it on the chin and to go again. But yeah, it could have well have been a very iconic moment had that penalty miss been pivotal, which for him it wasn't.
Finally, on my list anyway, I got Lamine Yamal, 16 years old, sparkling on the right-hand side of Spain's attack. Neil, that is he's exceptional, isn't he? And it's brilliant, isn't it? To kind of you obviously the Toni Krooses and the Ronaldos of this world, you kind of want to see them go out in style, but the next generation come, and he's as young as it gets, isn't he?
Yeah, I think that's been a positive for the tournament. Some of the young players really able to contribute and flourish, and he's one of those. You know, to be so young at 16, he turned 17 just before the final. If he's in it, that would be interesting. I think if he was playing on the left-hand side, I think he'd struggle against Kimmich. I think an experienced player like that would be able to deal with somebody so young in a big game. But yeah, so far so good. He's been absolutely outstanding. Hasn't scored, but he's created a lot with some of his movement, his deliveries. Outstanding. Been really good to watch.
Well, there's some of the iconic moments, the magic moments of Euro 2024 so far. 7 matches, hopefully many more to come yet.